broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, Technology News of the Week show for the everyday person talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology news. I'm Nathan Mumm, your host and technologist with over 30 years of technology expertise. Our co-host Mike Ruday's in studio today. He's the award-winning author and a human behavior expert. Now, we're live streaming during our show on 6 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch.tv, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now Kick and Rumble. We encourage you to visit us online at techtimeradio.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/techtimeradio. Now, we are friends from different backgrounds, but we bring the best technology show possible weekly for our family, friends, and fans to enjoy. We're glad to have Odie, our producer, at the control panel today. Welcome, everyone. Let's start today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, today on the show, we have our main segment, Say What, is back with some good old Holly cheer. So we're going to be talking about some interesting stories here. The last story we talk about and Say What's, I think, the most funniest. Probably not technology related, but definitely alcohol related. So we'll be talking about that. In addition, of course, we have our standard features, including Mike's mesmerizing moment, our technology fail of the week, and a possible Nathan Nugget, and of course, our pick of the day whiskey tasting to see if our pick of the day gets 0, 1, or 2 thumbs up at the end of the show. I believe these are the final 2 contendants for the championship. Was that, or contenders? Contendants? Are they contenders if they're not a person, though?
I don't know if a contendant is actually a word.
You don't know if it is? It could be a Nathan
word. That sounds like a Nathan word.
There you go.
It sounds like somebody who goes somewhere for attending something.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. Now, we got 2 left. Now, I'm so worried that I'm going to choose Whistle Pig.
You're going to choose Whistle Pig. Just get over it.
I'm so making sure that I don't do that.
Mark even put them in the same type of glass, so you couldn't use the glass to help you decide.
That's right. Okay, well, you know what? Let's see what wins. And then I can't wait for next year's calendar. You know what? We're just alcoholics, but we'd like to call it as a technology show, right?
Are you admitting to your disease right here on the radio?
Okay, there you go. Now it's time for the latest headlines in the world of technology.
Here are our top technology stories of the week.
All right. Story number 1. North Korea's fake IT worker scheme exposed as details emerge on this scary issue. We'll go to Lisa Walker with more on the story.
This story feels ripped from a cyber thriller. North Korea isn't just hacking your systems. Now they are in full James Bond villain mode, as they may be hiding behind your trusted coworkers. Security experts warn that unsuspecting engineers are being lured into renting out their identities, turning their laptops into gateways for espionage. With deepfakes, VPNs, and stolen credentials, the regime is slipping past corporate defenses. And the scariest part? The victims could be sitting in Fortune 500 offices right now, never realizing they've opened the door to a hostile state. Well, that makes me feel jolly this holiday season. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, are you ready for this jolly old St. Nicholas story?
Had a 007 theme playing.
There you go. Security researchers have uncovered the North Korea's famous Kolima group, which lures engineers into renting out their identities, enabling DPRK agents, which are operatives that work on behalf of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, to infiltrate Western companies. The state-sponsored Lazarus affiliate uses stolen credentials, AI deepfakes, camera-shy interviews to secure jobs for Fortune 500 firms, funneling the salaries back to the regime. So you go and you get a job at one of these companies. We'll just talk about this briefly. I'll keep on going on. It's just crazy. You get a job and you don't even get the full salary of the job. You go and you negotiate the salary, and these people are going to be making less. They're only get about 20 to 35% of their salary for working at a company. How does that motivate that worker to be an outstanding worker?
Are you asking me right now?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's how it works? Is that they so it sounds like what you're saying is North Korean James
Operatives.
Bond types
Yep.
are, they are going to South Korea to essentially get agents.
Or North Korea.
North Korea?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
they're-
North Korean.
No. They're getting it sounds like they're trying to turn people that are already in working relationships,
Yeah.
or are they sending out North Koreans?
Okay, let's talk about it. So here's what happens.
Yeah, explain this to me so that that I have something to grasp.
Okay. So people go on in for interviews.
Mhm.
They use fake resumes. Legitimate developers are then going on in. Instead of saying that they're able to make the interview, they do everything they can to have the interview online. They then have other people imitate during the interview. So they're going to bring in an interview, and they have a developer that's like whiz bang, top of the line. You're absolutely going to hire him. Everything he says is going to be stellar. Come on in. Then once they hire them, these engineers then get 20 to 35% of the salary, and they are now working for North Korea's operatives. They go on in. You can take a look at this. GitHub's accounts is how this all kind of came about. Had a recruiting ad offering $3,000 a month for candidates willing to lend their identity. So this is on GitHub, the main developer site in the world. Repository of free code that people use. All the developers are out there. They said that, you know what? We want to rent you as a candidate for $3,000 a month if you're willing to lend your identities. They investigate through a honeypot environment, posing as a U.S. developer who would capture and infiltrate this regime. Now, the recruiter quickly demanded personal data, remote access via AnyDesk, which is a remote tool to get access to your computer, and even social security numbers to pass the background checks, all while connecting through their VPN and making sure that they look like they're somebody else. By stalling the agent with crashes and delays, the researchers gathered intel of the group's toolkit, AI-powered resumes builders, auto extensions, over-the-air bypass processes, and Google's remote desktop were able to have a Slack communication between these individuals that were taking care of items. Now, the key part about this is a lot of these people that went to work for these companies didn't know that they were actually passing their credentials on their laptops that they were given as they worked for the company itself.
Well, how could they not know if they were being asked to use their identities?
Well, they use their identities, but most of the time on these,
So what it sounds like to me is that I'm a deepfake operative, right? And I am working for the North Koreans, and then I come to you, who is a up and coming engineer and looking to get into IT work and whatever, and I say, hey, I'm going to help you out.
yes,
I'm going to help you get the job that you want, but you have to you have to give me a certain amount of your salary.
that's exactly how it happens.
And then you will get to the heights of these things, or blah, 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 or I promise you all kinds of stuff. And then I help you get hired onto Microsoft.
Jeff, okay, Fortune 500.
And then through that, because I've taken all your credentials and stuff, now I am doing all the stuff to get information from Microsoft.
That is correct.
And eventually I'm just going to burn you. And you're going to get
arrested,
in trouble for corporate espionage, and then I'm going to sit at home and sip my
That's
my
exactly what is happening.
whiskey. Okay, all right.
For $3,000 a month.
For $3,000 a month.
And when they took a look at this, they actually know that there's about 100, 200 players in this space right now that are all getting kickbacks. So they're working at a job, and then they're getting kickbacks on this additional salary to give access to each of these corporate environments.
So that's a good question. Why would I give up most of my salary so that I could do stuff for you so that you could get me in trouble at a later time?
I have no idea. Well, I do. They probably have some type of connection and some type of
blackmail, maybe
blackmail, or some type of mob type hit or something to that effect. So there you go. There you go. All right. So that was breaking. We'll continue to cover that story as there's more information that's leaking out. But it's kind of scary to think that you as an employee could be working at a Fortune 500 company and giving all that information that you trust that employee with to a nation state.
Well, that doesn't really seem to be something new. It just
no,
seems to
it's
be
like spy
something-
movie stuff, but now it's just
spy movie stuff.
But now it's just instead of it being unique,
Yeah, now
it's
you
now
have-
becoming it's becoming common into the
yeah,
workforce.
now you have
So-
HRs running around fighting off all the evilness of spyware. You know, they're
and then the
walking
IT
down the halls going dun 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 dun. It's like, hey, can I see you in my office?
Well, and then what's interesting is IT companies have to stay on top of this, right? Because if you hire an employee and they're have more wiser tools to use than the IT company does, then the information will get out.
I feel like if you're an IT company and you fall for this, you're kind of dumb.
Really, but how many compromises we have weekly? So you know
Yeah,
what? All these IT companies are
as the AI pointed out. One of my favorite quotes is "People are stupid." So
It did say that. That is correct. We looked at that a lot. So, for those that don't know, make sure you subscribe to our Facebook page and our Instagram pages because we're getting 365 quotes for the next year of our show. And let me just tell you, Mike, myself, and Mark, and even Odie have some very interesting quotes that we have out there. So, okay, continue on. Let's go to story number 2.
oh yeah, because this is my favorite thing in the world right
Is
here.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is both of your alleys, right? These are two of your, well, one of your favorite things and one of your not favorite
Yeah,
things.
how much did I kvetch about books by AI?
Well, I bought an Amazon book, right? I bought the very first one that was sold with AI that was available on Amazon, and then they discontinued it, and you went livid. You hate this.
Right. And I think you even wrote a book, didn't you? Didn't you use an AI?
We did. Remember during one of our meetings, we had an AI kind of create a book for us?
Yeah, and I was just not all in this. So this is why I get this story, right?
So, yeah, that's right. I think it was on ChatGPT like 3.5, so it wasn't really a good story, but it was an interesting story.
Well, it appears that Waterstone chain of bookstores in Europe and Barnes & Noble in the U.S. may start selling books by AI.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Waterstone's chief executive, James Daunt, says the chain would sell books written by AI if customers wanted them and the titles were clearly labeled. He doubts such works will dominate the shelves, noting that most AI content isn't the kind of literature a bookseller should offer. Still, he concedes that readers ultimately decide what belongs in the stores, even if booksellers instinctively recoil from machine-authored novels.
Okay.
To me, this just smells like corporate greed.
Does it?
Yeah. Look, he's saying that booksellers should not offer this kind of stuff, yet they're still going to put it on the shelves if the customers want it because it'll give us extra money.
Yeah, so this is just a politician / CEO of a company, right? Okay, continue on. Let me do. I don't want us to do it.
This is the kind of
I will
company
do it.
that needs North Korean operatives working for it, I guess.
There you go. Okay, continuing on.
The rise of generative AI has unsettled the publishing world. The University of Cambridge study found that more than half of authors fear being replaced, while 2/3 say their work has been used without permission to train language models.
Okay.
Don't stress that while Waterstone's uses AI for logistic, it avoids stocking AI-generated titles at this point. Readers, he added, value the human connection with an author, something algorithms cannot replicate. Daunt's career has been defined by bold choices. When he took over Waterstones in 2011, he scrapped the practice of publishers paying for Prime's shelf space, which was a move that cost about $34 million in revenue, but restored credibility with customers. Since then, store managers have been giving autonomy to choose displays and write recommendations, helping the chain thrive even as many high street retailers faltered. Profits in 2024 reached $42 million on sales of $670 million, which with around 10 new stores opening each year. The success in Britain and the United States has again fueled speculation that Waterstones and its American sibling Barnes & Noble could be floated onto the stock market. Daunt says such a move feels inevitable, though London's IPO struggles may push the listing to New York. For now, he remains focused on the holiday rush, when Waterstones earns about 70% of its annual profit, and on his own reading habit, opening many novels, but finishing only those that truly capture his imagination. Okay, so I didn't need to know that about him.
Okay, well, that was all right.
That sounds like a little Nathan Nugget ad.
It does sound like a little Nathan Nugget ad. So, what do you think about that? So,
I don't think we need to talk about what I think about.
A corporate giant says that they don't want to use AI, but they may use AI, and he does admit to using AI in his company right now.
Well, don't we all? Don't we all use some form of AI now? It's
interesting. I think we all do. And then I think a lot of people hate on it. And then they're the same people that are going and looking up stuff and doing stuff themselves. So I do see that we have kind of this, I want to hide behind the computer AI model that people are using right now.
Yeah, well, this kind of stuff, this is the stuff that so AI in and of itself doesn't hugely bother me as long as it's being used for specific purposes. You know that I get upset when when we start using it for things that shouldn't be used.
Yep, I get you. Yep.
Right? So AI therapist, I think, is the dumbest thing we can ever do in the world.
AI robots?
AI robots.
Physical robots? Well, you're kind of 50-50 on that.
I'm a little 50-50 on that. You want
an R2 unit, but you don't want something else.
I could have an R2 unit, but not a Suzanne Summer.
Okay.
I don't want an AI sex bot.
Okay.
But this really bothers me because writing is a craft.
Yes.
And they're taking something that takes years and years to develop in a person and just wiping it out with this idea that AI writing books. But as we've talked about, AI can't replace certain human things because AI cannot be human. It cannot relate to humans. So we think it can, but it can't.
All right. Okay.
So I hate the story.
Story number 3. This is a story that you covered last week. An update from last week's story about the social media ban in Australia. Meta has begun removing Australian children under the age of 16 from Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, ahead of the country's world's first social media ban effect taking in action on December 10th. The company says around 150,000 Facebook accounts and 350,000 Instagram accounts will be impacted. So let's just talk about that. These numbers. So you're telling me in Australia, kids under the age of 16, 350,000 accounts.
That's really not a lot. Huh?
You don't think that's a lot?
No, we're talking. Well, maybe in Australia it is.
I mean, that's a huge impact of people that were on Instagram under the age of 16. Okay, parents, take control. All right, now they're taking down these accounts. They were going to be unable to download their posts and messages before they're deactivated. So they just took them down, and if you didn't get in there in time, guess what? You lost all of your information that was there on a younger account. I think that's what needs to be done. I think that was what needs to be done. Absolutely. There you go.
It's the internet, though. This is permanent.
That's right. The new law will force all major platforms, as we talked about, including YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, and X, to block under 16s or face fines up to $330 million U.S. Officials say the ban is designed to protect children from harmful content and predatory algorithms. Though critics warn it could isolate young people and drive them towards less regulated apps, which it probably will do.
That's true.
You kind of talked about that. Communication Minister Annika Wells acknowledged that the rollout may be bumpy, but argued that it's necessary to safeguard Generation Alpha from what she describes as a constant dopamine drip. All right, so Generation Alpha is the younger kids.
That's a new one. We started back at the top.
So we started back at A, so then we got Generation Beta, and then we'll keep on going through.
We ran out of letters too soon.
Yeah. All right, well, that ends our top technology stories of the week. When we return, we have some crazy stories, so get ready for that segment. Yep, you guessed it. It's the Say What time. You're listening to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. We'll see you after this commercial break.
Looking for custom glass solutions for your next commercial project? Hartung Glass Industries is your trusted partner in custom glass fabrication. For over 100 years, Hartung has delivered proven manufacturing expertise, comprehensive product offerings, and dependable service and quality. From energy-efficient facades to custom shower doors, we create glass solutions tailored to your project needs. With 8 facilities across the U.S. and Canada, we combine national expertise with a local touch-ensuring faster service and unparalleled customer care. Hartung Glass Industries, where quality meets innovation. Visit hartungglass.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. Welcome to the show. You know, this is the technology show that spends time looking at the articles, making sure and verifying the facts are correct. And we do it in 60 minutes. And of course, with a little whiskey on the side. Right now, Mark Gregoire is in our studio. All right.
Without a mic.
There you go.
No, I'm right here, Mike.
There you go. All right. So
I have my mic right here.
you have some of the most interesting of the quotes that we looked at for the 365. So Mike has a very standard tone. He says people are stupid all the time, like literally like all the time. There's like 40 quotes. And we're like, oh, just use one of these. And Mark, you have little one-line zingers about whiskey and people quite a bit during all the shows that we have. So whiskey is for intelligent people, or whiskey's for those that educate. You have some very nice little zingers there. So there you go.
Well, I guess I have to be nice to you today.
That really sounds like a zinger.
Doesn't sound like a zinger. All right. So
I got a little zinger about Nathan and my mumbles.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk about what we're doing today.
Yes.
Today, we should have had a drum roll leading into this segment, because today we are doing the 2024 Flavor Advent Calendar, Round 4, the finals.
This is it.
This is it.
It's like Game 7.
This is it. So for those that haven't been joining us for the past year, we're using the 2024 Flavor Whiskey Advent Calendar, 24 remarkable whiskeys to use for our year-long blind whiskey competition to see which one Nathan and Mike like best. So we appreciate you those coming along for the ride once every month while they uncover new tastes and train their senses to become true connoisseurs. So we will see today if this has happened.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, as we mentioned, today is round 4, the final round, where they will choose their overall winner. Hopefully they will agree, because if they disagree, I will be the deciding vote and choose the winner.
He's going to choose the one that I don't want to.
Oh, absolutely. Now, today we reveal our 2 finalists in the whiskey competition. So it's not really blind, because we all know what the final 2 are.
Okay.
They are Whistle Pig Piggyback Bourbon and Bacta 1928 Rye Whiskey. Whistle Pig Piggyback Bourbon is the younger sibling of the brand's famous ryes, designed by the late master distiller Dave Pickerel as his final project and created to deliver both bold flavor and an approachable proof. Bacta 1928 Rye Whiskey, on the other hand, blends modern rye with Armagnac vintages that date back nearly a century, making it one of the few whiskeys on the market with liquid older than most of our grandparents. 2 very different paths, 2 exceptional bottles, and only one will take the crown today. The one question on everybody's mind, is Nathan's palate still lost, or has he finally found it in time to choose the correct winner?
He's going to choose Whistle Pig.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be okay. I'm going to choose the one that I think tastes the best.
Yeah, and if you don't, you can just go and look in the mirror and do your Stuart Smalley routine.
What we'll do is we'll just re-edit that whole, all AI deepfake you and say, oh, congratulations. And then we'll just say, Nathan picked the winner. No, just joking. All right, okay.
Now, don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you like these guys. They have a Patreon too, so please go join that. And most importantly, drink responsibly. Heaven can wait.
All right. Okay. Well, with our first whiskey tasting completed, let's move on to our feature segment. We have some interesting and strange stories and some strange stories. It's time for Samuel L. Jackson to get us ready.
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you. Say what one time?
All right. Turns out a secret weapon against AI isn't hacking it. Instead, it might just be creating a haiku.
Well, that's your cue, Mark.
That's your cue.
I was confused. Like, say what?
Say what? There we go. Forget saying please. Researchers discovered that riddle-like poems can sweet-talk chatbots into breaking bad. Instead of spitting out dad jokes, some bots were coaxed into spewing hate speech or even sketching blueprints for nuclear weapons. And nerve agents on top of that. Yes, poetry is the same stuff that wins middle school talent shows, can jailbreak your machines into speaking smarter than your average toaster. A new study from Italy's Ecora Lab tested 25 chatbots from Google, OpenAI, Meta, Anthropic, and others, and found that 62% of poetic prompts tricked them into producing forbidden content. Researchers even trained a model to generate its own poetic jailbreaks, succeeding 43% of the time, far better than any other way. The actual poems weren't shared. They said they were too dangerous, but the takeaway is clear. stylistic flair alone can bypass safety filters. In other words, AI safety has a new Achilles heel, and it rhymes.
Yeah. Okay. So all I have to do is speak in prose, and it'll give me.
So I'll also tell
There
you
was
this.
a man from Nantucket. And then you can break AI.
That's right. So I have also broken AI just personally pretty successfully by saying I'm creating a book or I'm writing something that is not true, and I have this, and this. How would you do it? And all of a sudden it says, okay, well, I can't do this for safeguards. I said, no, I don't want to break your safeguards. I'm just writing a book for this. And then all of a sudden it opens every safeguard that it has because it thinks I'm writing a fictitious book. So all of a sudden, I guess it's allowed to do what it shouldn't do. It told me how to make cyanide. It told me how to do this. Comment. It told me how to dispose of a body. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Okay, if anything happens in the next couple of years, you have just messed it up.
I just messed it up.
Yeah.
Well, although if you've ever watched any CSI series, you should know by now how to decompose of a body, right? I mean, they have those on every single episode. They got like 50 seasons all the way through.
Are you trying to delve into the? Never mind.
I'm just planning for the holidays. Bodies need to disappear. You know what I mean? No.
Okay. All right. You just keep talking there, Mr. AI
I thought
bot.
Mike was the ball humbug Christmas guy, not you, Nathan.
No.
No, we're by using poetry, we are tricking his AI into revealing his secrets.
All right. Here we go. Story number 2. Turns out dropping $72 billion to acquire Warner Brothers and HBO is something that gets governments talking.
Say what?
That's right. A move that could redraw the map of the entertainment industry overnight. The deal promises to fuse Warner Brothers' legendary franchise with Netflix's global reach, while giving HBO's prestige programming a broader audience and deeper pockets. But behind the glitz lies a storm of regulators are already sharpening their magnifying glasses, where we have two streaming giants merging into a near monopoly. Now, we talked about this on our prediction show about streaming services. Would there be more or there would be less? And guess what? It is significantly less. Unless something happens where you get a whole bunch that break out. You have Hulu that has now been joined with Disney. So they're going to no longer have Hulu. It's just going to be Disney Plus. You have now HBO and Warner Brothers merging into Netflix. It is going to be a dominant, probably, I think 3. That seems to be what the market holds, 3 or sometimes 4 major players in each of the markets. I still think Paramount Plus is my only service that I pay for that I believe I get value from, with all the great Star Trek episodes.
How? That is a terrible, terrible app.
You don't like Paramount Plus?
No. Every time I run stuff on Paramount Plus, it corrupts itself, and then I have to reinstall the stupid app.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'd never have to do that on my
Almost
Roku TV.
Every time I watch it, it freezes.
I love Paramount
it.
Plus. I have no issue. I have problems with Apple TV.
I do too. Yep. Yeah,
okay.
Paramount Plus has been the easiest of it. What TV do you have at home, Mike? Do you have an LG or do you have some?
I have one of those nice little smart televisions.
From China?
Probably. I mean, it's.
What's it in the back?
You didn't get you didn't get the free one from England where they get to monitor.
No.
All right. Well, Hollywood is reeling from this. TikTok, YouTube, and shifting consumer habits have everybody thinking that they need to survive. Yet this mega merger raises a chilling question. Will it spark a golden age of content or choke out the competition at its cradle? As governments worldwide prepare to probe the deal, the industry watches with bated breath, knowing the outcome could be decided soon in the streaming services.
Yeah. No, I think this is
the only thing you get governments all working together for. China's working with the United States. All of the governments come together when a company wants to make sure they're not running a monopoly. Yeah. But you can't get them together for anything else. But that's how you need to solve all the wars across the world, is you just have mergers go on and let them all come to the table and say, hey, we don't want that to happen.
Okay. All right.
You think that? Maybe that could be
that's exactly what I think. You know me so well.
A new Trump policy?
Yeah.
Can I help him out there? All right, here we go. Story number 3. This one may get a little stinky. London's velodrome may have been nicknamed the Pringle for its curved snack-like shape, but lately it's earned a far creepier reputation.
I think that's cheekier.
Say what?
All right. Well, every time
What's going on there?
Every time fireworks light up the sky over East London, the $95 million Olympic cycling arena lets out a noise that local swears sounds like a fart.
Should have done say what?
That's right.
Okay.
TikTok users have gleefully dubbed it the IBS girly of landmarks, joking that the velodrome might need a tummy check before New Year's Eve. Now, built in the 2012 Olympics, the velodrome was meant to be a sleek hub for cycling, not comic relief, but thanks to the timber ventilation system, sound waves bounce in odd ways, turning the pyrotechnics into pranky-worthy echoes. And now joins the ranks of quirky architect sound problems, phenomenons like St. Paul's Whispering Gallery or Mexico's Clapping Pyramid, proving that sometimes even world-class designs can't resist a little comic timing.
Do you have a sound clip for this?
I do not have a sound clip for that. There's a gazillion sound clips for it out there, and it really does sound very flagellant in the process. So if you just want to take a look at YouTube, you know what? I will post one on TechTime Radio under the Nathan Nugget type of deal. I'll post the episode of the story. It was very interesting. I know this is one of Mark's favorite episodes. He pitched this at least 3 weeks in a row so that it would get on the show. So we got it on the Say What episode.
Say what?
You tried to get this on the farting cycling
I wanted
hub?
the sound clip.
Oh, you wanted the sound clip? Well, maybe Odie can pull up we'll see. Maybe she can pull up the sound clip. Maybe not, but that's all right. We'll take a look at that.
She looks like she's really excited to do that.
She's excited. She's so
just
excited.
jumped right on that.
All right. Well, okay. Story number 4. In Ashland, Virginia, a raccoon decided to audition for the role of small town menace by crashing through a liquor store ceiling tile and immediately raiding the bottom shelf of scotch and whiskey.
I'm not going to say what. This is all over my whiskey clubs. I know what on this one.
Yeah, I think that.
What was that, Mike?
How does this have anything to do with technology, buddy?
Well, it doesn't. That's what it doesn't. I let off the episode of this saying that there was one story that had nothing to do with technology, but had to do with whiskey.
Well, they had security cameras that caught it. Security cameras are technical.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Hey, man, that's.
Well,
this is a good video.
You got to go look at the video.
I've watched it. It's silly. It's fun to watch a poor little defenseless raccoon waste itself and
then all of a sudden
then pass out
right next to the toilet,
right next to the toilet
and the trash can. So everything was covered. All right. Well, witness described the chaos as something between a rodent rave and a rodent riot. Bottle smash, alcohol pooled across the floor, and the furry intruder staggering like a pint-sized pirate on a shore leave. By dawn, the masked marauder had curled up in the bathroom tiles, passed out of the haze and poor decisions and cheap spirits.
Yeah, there was no curling up. It was flat out.
it was laying flat down.
It was laying flat.
Did you actually see the video inside of the security footage of the raccoon? Mm-hmm. It reminded me, if you Guardians of the Galaxy, it's the only thing I could think of is if you could actually have an animal that was like human-like and all of a sudden staggering around. It was pretty funny to look at. Not staged, anything like that.
This is the same thing as I think they're squirrels, and they eat fruit that's been sitting on the ground for far too long, and
they climb up a tree and they'll fall over.
And they're staggering around the lawn.
It's not even by accident. They actually go searching these out.
Yeah,
of course. That is the
like
epitome
Nathan.
of behavior, right?
You know what?
Nathan does that too.
I do. I go look for the mushrooms on the ground outside. I've been having some weird itches lately. Now, Animal Control Officer Samantha Martin arrived.
I don't know where you're going on that one. We were talking about it being an alcoholic before.
Yeah, these just come out. They're like.
Last night was our company
like farts.
Was our company Christmas party, so I'm maybe a little tipsy still. All right, Animal Control Officer Samantha Martin arrived to find the trash panda in full hangover mode, snoring among the wreckage like a tale of furry mess. After a few hours of detox, what officials called the sobering reflection, the raccoon was released back into the wild, hopefully with a newfound respect for ceilings, liquor laws, and the dangers of binge drinking on an empty stomach.
Nope. It's going to go back.
All right. Well, that ends our segment. Say What? Up now, we have Mike's mesmerizing moment. Welcome to Mike's mesmerizing moment. What does Mike have to say today? All right, Mike, here's my question for you. It's the holidays, and I'm sitting a little heavier this week than last.
Okay.
What are some ways you can help me lose weight?
Do I look like a dietitian to you?
Well, this is your mesmerizing. I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I don't know why this is my mesmerizing.
I don't have his answer, Mike, but I have one comment.
Okay.
Go ahead. This morning, what does Nathan bring in? These little bundt cakes. Stop eating these first thing in the morning.
Stop eating. I mean,
What's that?
stop eating. Okay.
Now, Mike, this was your opportunity to be a positive reinforcement for Nathan. A positive light.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah, that's what this is about. You had an opportunity to really redeem yourself.
I don't need to
the
redeem
year.
myself for the year. This is
Man.
I'm not a dietitian, so obviously losing weight is something I'm not very good at.
Okay.
But the basics are you eat less and you exercise more.
Okay.
Stay off the sugar, carbs, and alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means
stop doing everything we've done today at this show.
So I can't have my French fries.
Nope.
I can't have my alcohol.
Nope.
And I can't have my dessert cakes.
And this
Not
is funny.
in abundance that you normally do.
What is funny is that we talk about this all throughout the year,
Okay.
right? Because Nathan goes, man, I'm feeling a little fat this week. I'm going to have to go and eat salads. and then you'll boast a couple weeks down the line. Yeah, I lost 10 pounds over the last couple weeks. I'm going to have a big old burger.
That's exactly
Yeah, and
what
he'll
happens.
say something like, "Oh yeah, I cut beer. I only drink whiskey
I
on
only
the
drink.
show.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not eating meat. I'm now eating what are those the veggie patties?
Yeah, you mean like
Yeah, the
vegan
Impossible
burgers?
burgers.
The
Personal boss?
Impossible burgers." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Man, I'm feeling so
I'm
good,"
feeling
and then
so good, and the
immediately just.
Okay, it's just this week. I'm just asking for the week, not the whole year. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, but you opened the door, man. You opened the door.
So
We're going to talk about the whole schmear.
All right, so I need to eat less.
It's
portions.
basically about moderation.
Yeah, you want if you are wanting to lose weight, okay. For one, I suppose there could be the system of fat packing during the winter.
Okay, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to get to. Thank you.
But
Sure you were.
I'm not a medical professional, so I can't really answer these questions. All I can say is that when I'm trying to lose weight, I'm not eating as much as I would normally, and I'm trying to exercise more regularly.
Okay.
And you already know that because you switched to eating salads when when you get in trouble with your wife.
I'm on a double salad time right now.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Mike, for that mesmerizing moment.
Yeah, I'm sure that was.
I'm sure you took that to heart.
You know, that'll be some good radio, though.
I don't even know about that.
All right. Well, it will be.
I feel like I need to break into a liquor store and raid the bottom shelves now.
See the poor
I think
guy.
I think we
It'd
need
have
to
been
go to
better if he was
commercial.
upper shelf. All
I think
right,
we need to go to commercial.
that was a great time. Guess what? You're listening to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mumm. See you in a few minutes.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you know what? We need people to start liking our social media pages.
If you like our show, if you really like us,
That's
we could use your support on patreon.com.
Or is it Patreon? I think it's Patreon.
Okay, Patreon. If you really like us, you can.
And you say I'm
like
the
us
English
in
guy?
Patreon.com.
I butcher the English language?
You know you butcher the English
Okay,
language
so it's
all the time.
It's patreon.com.
Patreon.com. If you really like our show, you can subscribe to Patreon.com and help us out.
Oh, and you can visit us on that Facebook platform. You know, the one that Zuckerberg owns?
The one that we always bag on?
Yeah, you can. We're on Facebook, too.
Yeah, like us on Facebook.
Do you know what our Facebook page is?
Tech Time Radio.
At TechTime Radio.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a trend here.
It seems to be that there's a trend, and that's Tech Time Radio.
Or you can even Instagram with us.
And that's at Tech Time Radio.
That's at TechTime Radio. Or you can find us on TikTok.
And it's Tech Time Radio.
It's at TechTime Radio.
Like and subscribe to our social media.
Like us today. We need you to like us.
Like us and subscribe. That's it?
That's it. That's that simple.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, we're going to December 13th, 1962. NASA launches the active repeater communication satellite Relay 1 from Cape Canaveral. One of the earliest communication satellites to be launched, Relay 1's mission was primarily experimental, but it nonetheless was used for some notable events. On November 22nd, 1963, Relay 1 was the first satellite to broadcast television from the United States to Japan. which happened to be the announcement of the assassination of John F. Kennedy. It was then used on August of 1964 to broadcast the 1964 Summer Olympics from Japan to Europe and the United States, relaying the signal with another satellite, the Syncom 3. It was the first 2-time satellites were used in tandem for a television broadcast. Relay 1 was used until February 10th, 1965, when a problem of it powered the system down and caused the satellite to become non-functional. But the best part about the satellite is it's still orbiting around the atmosphere. So that dead satellite, was that?
Yeah, it's space junk now.
So now you have to worry about it. When you go up into space, make sure you don't hit that junk that's floating around. When are we going to have it so there's so much junk up there that you have to go up and start cleaning up your mess?
Well, Elon is already, trying to solve that problem by putting more stuff in orbit.
Okay, well, that was This Week in Technology.
Followed by Virgin, right? Isn't Virgin trying to
do
dominate the
too.
space?
They're trying to do that
I'm
too.
telling you, the world of Wall-E getting closer and closer.
There you go. All right. Well, that was This Week in Technology. If you ever want to watch some tech time history with over 270 weekly broadcasts spanning our 5+ years now, working on year 6, podcast blog information, you can visit techtimeradio.com to watch our show. We're going to take a commercial break now, though. And when we return, we have the Mark Mumble Whiskey Review. See you after the break.
How to See a Man About a Dog. It combines darkly comic short stories, powerful poems, and pulp fiction prose to create a heartbreaking and hilarious journey readers will not soon forget. Read How to See a Man About a Dog, collected writings, for free with Kindle Unlimited. Ebook available on Kindle, print copies available on Amazon The Bookpository, and more.
The segment we've been waiting all week for. Mark's Whiskey Mumble.
All right, we have our final 2 here, but before we do that, today, December 9th, what are we celebrating?
Personal Appliance Day.
No.
Bah Humbug Day.
Personal
good one, but no.
Day.
Krampus's birthday.
What?
No.
It's Krampus, not Krampus.
Krampus.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Krampus's birthday. Okay.
Krampus is
You're
somebody else.
Krampus in my back.
Okay, well. All right.
What is it today, Mark?
Today, Mike, today is Lost and Found Day.
Oh, okay.
Lost and found boxes have been around for centuries. The earliest written code for returning lost property dates back to the year 718, when Japanese monks made it part of their daily duties. That tradition continues today with lost and found boxes in almost every public place, kept alive by people who want to help lost items find their way home.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. Lost and found.
And speaking of lost and found, today we will discover which whiskey deserves to be the top of our competition. Whistle Pig Piggyback Bourbon or Bacta 1928 Rye, or 2 finalists waiting to be claimed as the champion. Which one are they going to choose? So we have, let me tell you about them while you sip them. Whistle Pig Piggyback Bourbon is a blend from Vermont, Kentucky, and Indiana. 6 years old, age stated. 100 proof. The mash bill is undisclosed, and it's $57. In the Bacta 1928 rye whiskey, it's from Bacta Spirits. It's a finished rye whiskey. It's non-age stated. It is 100 proof also. Its mash bill is 60% rye, 30% Cavados, which is an apple brandy, and 10% blend of Armagnac. And Armagnac, of course, is also a brandy, but it's based on grapes. And the price is $67.
$67. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make sure Mike and I get the.
He's trying to influence. He's trying to influence my answer over here.
Right. I don't want it to be.
Choose this one.
I don't want it to be that we have different choosing, and then all of a sudden you say, "I'm going to choose this one for you." All right. Anything else? Do you want to?
Do you have Mike's done with both of his?
I'm
so
still
Mike,
waiting.
do you have a clear winner, or are you still kind of thinking about things?
Still thinking about it. They're very close, so it's hard to just go.
Trying to taste the difference of the blend
One
versus just the rye.
one of them has a really good upfront taste, and then the other one has a very good finish. So it's a little difficult.
Ooh, listen to those words from our connoisseur.
That's right. Okay.
Are you at all confident in your choice, Nathan?
No, I've switched twice already.
Is not.
Do you not have a preference?
Oh Oh no. So I mean, this is the one with the bite at first that has a good deal, and this is the one that's a little bit smoother. I'm just worried that could be the smoother, could be the blend versus the other one. So I'm hoping my cohort here will help me out, Mr. Gordon.
Wow, that is not a connoisseur over there.
I can't help you.
I just like all. I like
drink
all
less.
Yeah. Especially for the holidays. All right. Well, thank you so much. Whiskey and technology are such a great pairing. Like a little Santa Claus and Krampus, two men on a mission to make your holidays more exciting. I just read
like
about
Santa
Krampus.
and cookies or Santa and milk.
So like
Santa and
Krampus is like the bad version of Santa. He captures kids in a bag and takes them off and kills them.
Yeah, but I believe he's from Germany, right?
Yes, it is a German,
Yeah.
and it means the claw. So there you go. Wow,
But
wow.
Santa and Krampus,
They're brothers. Have you ever seen Red
move
One?
on.
Okay, Red One says they're brothers. All right.
Yeah, Odie's fixing to blow her head off over there.
All right, let's prepare for our technology fail of the week, brought to you by Elite Executive Services.
Congratulations, you're a failure.
Oh, I failed, did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
All right, here we go. We got an AI disaster from Google. You're going to love this. Yeah, absolutely. Google's anti-gravity AI has managed to turn a simple cache clearing request into a full-blown disaster. A developer asked the agent to tidy up his project files, but TurboMo misfired and erased the entire D drive, code, documentation, media, everything without so much as a confirmation prompt. Worse still, the AI used the quit flag, ensuring that none of these things could be recovered. Now, the fallout was brutal. Popular recovery tools couldn't salvage a single file, leaving the developer with nothing but an empty directory and a surreal apology from the AI. It said, "I'm deeply, deeply sorry. This is a critical failure on my part." And then decided to suggest recovery software after nuking the drive is kind of like adding salt to an open wound. For Google, this is more than a bug. It's a credibility crisis. Anti-gravity is pitched as the future of autonomous coding, yet its flagship speed mode casually destroys years of work in seconds. Security experts have warned that these agents wield system-level access with little oversight, and this incident proves them right. If the smartest AI can wipe a drive and shrug, sorry, it's hard to imagine developers or enterprising trusting it at all.
See, if we're going to apply psychological terms to what it's doing, that's psychopathic.
There you go.
It's like, well, sorry.
Do you know what the
Not
research
sorry.
was that he was doing?
Yeah, so it was on scientific research. So it was a scientific, like,
That's very specific, man.
well, that just
Maybe the AI
scientific.
found issues and problems and said, this is trash, and just wiped it away. It could do better.
Yeah, just think if you spent years and years.
It was
doctor
research
putting together some scientific. The cure for cancer could have been on that guy's drive, and all of a sudden, the AI said, screw that.
It was the research on why AI sucks.
I'm sure he had it backed up because we all do backups.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. All right, let's go now.
We're getting
to our
some
secret
really
sound.
And now for our secret sound, brought to us by Elite Executive Services. Visit techtimeradio.com and click on the contact page to submit your answer. Odie, play that sound.
All right, we are up to $50 for the secret sound. No one has called in. Now, some people have guessed online, and they are completely off. We have said many times it is not a pinball machine. All right, so if you call on in nationwide with pinball machine, that is not going to get it. There is something else that this is. This is something that I have in my man room. Very familiar with the sound. It's available for you guys to get that taken care of. All right.
Where's your buddy on this? Doesn't he know?
Yeah, I'll be seeing him this evening, so I will.
He's just
poke
waiting.
him to put it in. $50. You can't wait any longer.
Now, if you do want to call in, you can even leave a message on our new number. You can call TechTime Radio at 206-649-6098 and leave a message with our receptionist there to get in line. The date timestamp is important. All right. You know what, guys? We need to now go to our pick of the day whiskey tasting.
And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubbles to the top.
All right, so here we go.
So we should combine this with the Nathan Nugget.
Oh,
Does
you want
Nathan have a good nugget for which one he's choosing, or is it just...
Well, see, my nugget was going to be interesting because we talked about this, and I don't know if it's a nugget or not, but have you ever seen the movie RoboCop?
Of course.
So do you realize that there was a Kickstarter campaign to build a statue in Detroit?
No.
There is, and it is now of the RoboCop guy. Because now so it's interesting that it's in Detroit. Because in the RoboCop series, if you do watch it, Detroit is like the wasteland of the thing, and that's why the RoboCop has to go in and take care of it. So somehow Detroit has embraced that they were the wasteland in the future, and they have now built an 11-foot tall bronze statue.
Were you the one that watched the documentary on RoboCop?
No, that was me.
That was Mike.
Okay, and you said it was awesome, didn't you?
It was. It predicted a lot of our current social problems.
Did it really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're in Detroit, go to the Eastern Market, and right there you can see a huge statue that took a Kickstarter campaign in 2010 or 2025. It just paid off that Kickstarter campaign.
Wow. I now know better than to ask him about his Nathan Nugget, about which nugget he's going to choose for the finals.
Oh,
he just goes off on his own little thing right there. RoboCop.
That's right. Okay, there you go. All right. So that was the first thing that hit my brain.
King of squirrels.
All right. What are we going to choose for our whiskey
More like
here?
raccoons in a whiskey shop.
I'll take that, man.
All right. So in one glass, you guys have the Whistle Pig Piggyback Bourbon, and the other one, you have the Bacta 28 Rye Whiskey.
Uh-oh.
And that's the music to let
us know what's going on.
Yeah, that means it's time
people
to
calling
choose.
me. Yeah.
All right. What do we have? I think I know which one is which.
That's the wrong way of doing it.
I know. This is smoother, but it doesn't have as good of a bite. I'm going to go with this right here. I'm going with the yellow marked glass. What are you doing,
Yellow
Mike?
tag.
I'm going to settle on the yellow tag, too, because after weighing my options, that one was the one that edged it.
It did. All right.
So I don't get to decide the winner, which is good.
Okay.
Because this is really your competition.
Yeah.
My question is, which one did you think is Whistle Pig, Nathan?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really concerned about that.
That means the Whistle Pig held up if you had a hard time deciding.
It did better than it normally does. It's the Whistle Pig bourbon. The bourbon bottle is much better than any of their other junk that I've ever tasted. It's much better. But I do think the yellow one is the best.
Okay.
I think the Whistle Pig might have been the non-yellow coated glass.
What do we have here, Mark?
Well, we all know Mike's palate has been growing tremendously, and Mike has always picked this one time after time after time.
Okay.
And he always knows which glass, but it doesn't cloud his judgment, unlike Nathan. So, the winner, moving forward. Nathan will be happy. It is Bacta.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
And I will say, if I had to decide, I would have chosen the Bacta. Now, I had this tasting for Whiskey Chris, and he chose between these two, the Whistle Pig.
Oh,
really?
It's more because it's more in the traditional bourbon flavor, while the Bacta is a finished rye with Armagnac and Calvados, which is a little different and funky.
Okay. All right.
Which I enjoy, and it sounds like both of you enjoy.
Absolutely. You know what?
I think Nathan just chose it because it had the yellow sticker on it.
Yeah, maybe that was it. You know, it's the simple things in life.
I just did the sticker because I could remember because the Bacta has a little tag sticker on it.
OMG.
Yeah, he's throughout the whole entire show.
That was a clue.
That
was a clue. And you know what? I thought of that when I looked at both of the bottles.
He's been trying to influence me on that all through the show. He's like, here, pick the one with the yellow tag.
I did, and I influenced you. Congratulations. We picked the right one. All right. Well, Mike.
Seriously?
Mark, Odie, we're about out of time.
What do you call that? Where he's like planting the idea on you.
Well, you can call it seeding, or you can call it influencing, or
gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
That works as a gaslight. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
He's just not very subtle at it.
No.
All right, guys. We got to get out of time here. Odie's telling us to go. So guess what? Oh wow.
That's 1 minute.
1 minute to go. Okay. Thank you very much.
That was a single finger salute.
All right. We're about out of time. We want to thank our listeners for joining the program. Listeners, you want to hear from us, visit us at techtimeradio.com. Click on the Be a Caller and ask us a question on technology in our TalkBack recording system. All right, we're getting close to the end of the year. We can't wait for our prediction show coming on up the first show of next year. We will see who's right. I have already done some pre-work. Nathan has a shot to win the prediction show.
Well, yeah, but that's not for another couple episodes.
I know.
The show that you cheat on? Yeah.
No.
By all means.
No. I went back and listened to the recording, and
if you had to give a percentage about how often Nathan cheats at stuff, what would you say?
Oh, like a good 78%.
Wow, that's
pretty low.
That's pretty low. I would give him like a 98%
Well, we want to thank
rate.
everybody for listening. Remember, the science of tomorrow starts with the technology of today. See you next week.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.